Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Goals and Targets series. And we are going to be talking about what you need to do to get to your goal. And your goal is your point B, you are at point A. All right. So we're going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get to your goal. We're going to be delving into execution, what you need to do and execution. And in the previous episode, we've talked about everything goals and targets and who you need to know and broken down the maths and all. So be sure to check them out. All right. So with me on the call is Dr. Paul, Dr. Becky, and Mr. Mockley. So I would like to start with Dr. Paul. So what do you need to know? Right? What do you need to do? What do you need to know to actually get from point A to point B, considering that point B is our goal and point A is where we are now. And there, there'll be different things that would obstacles to that will hinder us to get to that goal. So what do we need to know? What do we need to do to get to that goal? Right, Dr. Paul.
Okay. Um, yeah, thank you very much, Stephen. You know, what I when I talk about measuring the success of taking from point A to point B for me, it's not just about how people feel, because we're really not in this business to make people feel good. We're really in this
Hmm?
business to get paid, get money.
Yeah, okay.
So for me, there are major things we've about born. Who do you need? Doing the maths, your goals, your targets. But then when you come to what do you need to get you, because now there are certain things, there are certain vehicles or certain skill sets you require to get you from point A to point B.
Okay.
Point A being your point of origin, point B being the destination you're trying to get to.
Okay.
And in all fairness, there might be everyone could put it as different things, but one school of thought that resonates with me is
Yeah.
there are majorly five important skill sets you require,
Okay.
and they are marketing, sales,
Yeah.
follow up, money, and motivation. And you might ask why? Marketing. In every business, marketing is involved,
Yeah.
sales is involved,
Yeah.
whether you're into the product business or the service business. And
Yeah.
you also have follow up, because to have consistent sales, you need to do follow up. So, marketing, sales, follow up is always involved in every business. Now, to start this business and move on with it, money is involved, because you've got to make it. If I'm sure you've heard the phrase, use money to make money.
Yeah.
So money is involved because you need to use. You're going to use money to do the marketing, to implement a lot of your marketing things, your sales
Yeah.
tactics, a lot of things to be involved. For follow up, you're going to use money.
Yeah.
And you need to have that belief system, which is where we put the motivation, the belief system that will drive you every single day to make sure you hit each and every one of your targets. So the
Oh, wow.
five very, very, very important skill set that we need: marketing, sales, follow up, money, and motivation. All
Okay.
right,
All
Steve.
right. Thank you
Thank you.
very much, Dr. Paul. So you say we need marketing, right? So marketing is important. You need sales, you need follow up, you need money, and you need motivation, right? So these are the five things you need to do. Five things you need to know to move yourself from this point A to your point B, which is your goal. And so I would like to I'd like to bring Mr. Mockley and ask to delve a bit into marketing. What is marketing? Like what I've heard the phrase, once the marketing is done right, the sales is a breezer. Yeah, I think it was Peter Drucker that said that. So once marketing is done right, sales is a breeze. So is it true? Although there's a school of thought that says that sales is the main thing now. Do the sales, like make it, do the calls, do the some people are sales genius, they call themselves sales genius. Some people call themselves marketing genius. Some people call themselves marketing and sales genius. But some people also say once the marketing is done right, sales is a breeze. Is that true? Okay, Mr.
Okay,
Mockley.
yes. Thank you very much, Steve. Honestly, um, so different people have different approaches of marketing and sales.
Okay.
Some in the bigger organizations, you have marketing in one department, you have sales in another department.
Okay.
And what marketing does is they they try to get the attention of people out there, prospects, leads, and they feed them to the sales people who close them. So
All
the
right.
salespeople basically are the ones who, you know, continue the conversation and then lead them to the final close.
Okay.
So, but to speak to your question, marketing to me is all about getting attention
Okay.
and holding people's attention,
Yeah.
right? But in marketing, the ability to be able to sift through the shaft, sift through the crowd, to be able to get exactly who you need, is what makes your marketing good or not good.
All right. Can I take
So
that again?
some people don't
Can I take
mind;
that
they
again?
just throw. I think
The
your
ability-
ability to sift through
Okay.
the crowd, to find those people who have a particular need for your product or service,
So
is
how do you
what
do
makes
that? Your
marketing
message?
good or not good.
Your message that sifts
Yes,
through
you do that through your, yes, so exactly.
the number of
Exactly.
things.
So the ability to be able to call out, you know, if there are 10 people in a room,
All right.
and I am able, and 9 of them are wearing a black shirt and one is wearing red. With my content,
Yep.
with my promotions, I'm able to call out to the guy who is wearing the red shirt. Only the guy wearing the red shirt will answer me. What I find people do today is they just throw out a net to catch everybody. Catch the guy in black, catch the guy in red, catch. And then when the person comes in, they now try to convince the guy in black to buy his product. And when the guy in black is not interested in your product, it's the guy in red that's interested in your product. But, you know, so they go back and forth until they're able to convert a few. So you have some bad customers. Yes,
Okay.
because they bought because they were convinced. You kind of bent their arm backwards. They
That's
can
right.
buy your product. But if you are able to get the guy in the red shirt,
Yeah.
he will always buy from you because he's your ideal customer. He's the hand in the glove customer. So if you are able to do marketing like that, to be able to speak to the people who really need your products, right? And that doesn't mean that they want to buy now.
Okay.
Because sometimes
some
they may not want
criteria.
to buy now, but they are still your ideal customers, right?
Okay.
Because you may speak to 100 people and 3% may be ready to buy now.
Okay.
And a certain, maybe another 30% are not ready to buy now, but are still your ideal customers. Given the right time and given the right opportunity, they will buy from you.
Okay. All right.
Right. But but marketing is the ability to speak to these people, to be able to hold their attention, to be able to, you understand, get the ability to learn how to get their attention, to keep their attention, and to get people to pay for the product or service that you need. So if you do marketing right, really, selling is not necessary, right?
Wow.
Because
I said not necessary.
you've already done it right. You'll be able to fit, you'll be able to create the fit. Say you want to buy noodles.
Okay.
So you go out, you want to buy noodles. And on the way, you meet someone who's got noodles, right? With the brand that you know.
Okay.
That's not a, they don't need to convince you. You already need the noodles. All he's doing is he's making some noodles, like, come buy noodles over here, come buy newspaper over here, come. The guy who went out to look for newspaper, he would get it, he would turn and buy the newspaper.
Okay.
Right? So if the marketing is done right, you position yourself in the right place, you speak to the right audience and all those kind of things. It works. Now, there are all kinds of marketing. There's inbound marketing, there's outbound marketing.
Yeah, I'm guessing there. Okay.
So inbound marketing would be speaking to the content and things that we do, right? We are the ones going out.
Okay.
Right. We are the ones going out to put out materials, content, videos, different things to catch the attention of the people who do business, who we want to do business with.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
If we want to do business with somebody who's got high blood pressure. We'll say maybe the 10 common mistakes people make about high blood pressure. Okay. The 10 common mistakes, something that will call out to our crowd.
Yeah.
Right. So big content, video, podcast, Instagram, whatever, whichever channel you choose is inbound. So we are putting out the content to draw the people in. Now, because we put out the content and it draws the people in. Okay. But the other way, outbound marketing is we are basically reaching out to the different customers individually to tell them about our products, to tell them about our service. That's outbound marketing. So this could be in form of mails, emails. So we could get 1,000 emails of people who we think are ideal customers and mail them and tell them, hey, we've got this kind of package. Can we have a 15 minutes demonstration to show you how it can be amazing, how it can reduce your cost, how it can increase your revenue. So there's inbound marketing, there's outbound marketing. The ideal marketing will be the ability to bring the two together. Inbound, so this gives you the ability to build your authority status out there.
Trust,
people see you as a leader, as somebody. Yes, to build your trust in the marketplace, because people will not buy until they know you, until they like you, until they trust you. And you must be able to build that. You say, how can they trust me? They don't know me. There are a number of things that are regarded as trust. Trust can be your awards that you won in the marketplace. It can be the credibility that you have in the marketplace. It can be the reviews that people have made about you in the marketplace. It can be a whole lot of things. It can be the competence that you have in the market, the competence you demonstrate in the marketplace. It can be the testimonies that you have on your website or testimonies that they've seen on YouTube about your product. All these things build trust. It can be the ratings that, maybe you have a 5-star, 5-star service or whatever it is, the customer satisfaction score. Right. So these are the things the employees are saying about you. All these things come together to build trust for you. People will do business with people they know. So that's why those who are doing more ads, those who are more in the faces of people, those who are sending content, sending emails, what you're doing, you're increasing your know factor. And so people will do more business with you. So honestly, if you do marketing right, selling is not necessary, but that's in an ideal world.
Okay.
Right? The normal people, marketing is just a way to grab the attention, to draw people in like a bait.
Yeah.
Right? And then when the people come in, we try to lead them off to sales. I don't know if you want me to move on to sales right now.
Please just move on to sales, and then I'll take Dr. Becky. So please move on to sales, and then I think Dr. Becky.
All right. Okay. So from marketing, you move on to sales. Now, sales, the skill sets, because there are 5 skill sets, like Dr. Paul says, that you need to know to be able to achieve your goals and targets. And the first one is marketing. The next one is sales. And with sales is the ability to, get appointments, and not just get appointments, but to be able to price correctly, and not just price correctly, but to be able to close the deals.
Yeah.
And then not just to be able to close the deals, to be able to handle objections, right? Okay. Because many times if the person is bringing objections are not a no, they are just more questions to clarify.
That's right.
But many times we take the objections as they are not buying to it. And so we get hysterical. I can tell you, your body language, what you believe comes across in your sales.
Yeah.
So you must do the sale with a positive attitude, with a positive mindset, and with the assumption that this person is going to buy. That he's buying now, he's buying later, but he's going to buy. Right? Okay. So you must come with that. You must come with that mindset, and you must have the ability. You also have to learn the skill set of upselling. So you're not just making X naira, you're making X plus Y naira. Right. The ability to upsell, the ability to downsell, the ability to cross sell, right? So,
all right.
That is the skill set one needs to build.
Needs to know.
Finally, just one thing. If you don't get anything from sales, one thing I would advise you to get as a skill set in sales is to find the motivation of the buyer. Find the motivation of the buyer. If you're able to find the motivation of the buyer, that is the reason for which he's trying to achieve his goal, or the goal he's trying to achieve, and you're able to tie your product to that goal, and then begin to press that benefit.
Okay.
You could forget about the other benefits, because the buyer has basically indoctrinated you or told you about what he wants to achieve and the reasons why he wants to achieve it. If you can tie your product to those reasons, you can tie your product to that objective he's trying to achieve, you're well on your way. Because you must be able to tell, he must be able to tell that with your product, he'll be able to achieve his goal faster.
Okay.
He'll be able to achieve his goal easier.
Okay. Okay.
So skill sets, very few skill sets, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Marketing, sales, and then, there's a whole world of follow-up.
Follow-up.
What over to you, Stephen?
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Paul. Thank you very much, Mr. Mockley. So talk about the 5 things, and we've delved deep into marketing and sales. So marketing, you grab the attention and hold it, and then once you hold the attention, this is what I want to sell. That's essentially what it is. And so, but something Mr. Mockley said. So there are 10 people that come into your sales funnel, right? And then there's usually a percentage of success rates, right? So there's probably three people that will buy from you right now, but there are 7 people that haven't bought from you. So there's a whole world of follow-up to do, right? So it's very essential, right, to have a system, right, that would make sure that you are able to follow up these people in such a way that you can convert them to sales, right? So I don't know if Dr. Becky wants to talk a bit about follow-up and the importance of follow-up and how we can make that happen. All right, over to Dr. Becky.
Okay. So sorry, I just want to be sure my camera.
It's fine. It's good.
Okay. All right. So let's hit the road. So we've talked about skills that you need to get to be able to achieve your goals, to be able to achieve your targets.
Yeah.
We talked about marketing. We talked about sales. We are now talking about follow-up. And I'm going to also, in between all these 3, there's a skill that most people don't see as a skill, but that skill is motivation, how to keep yourself motivated. So I'm going to talk about that. But let's first look at follow-up. Okay, let's first look at follow-up. Now, follow-up is a skill that is usually ignored. It's ignored because it looks monotonous, it looks uninteresting, it looks boring, tiring, and it appears long.
Yeah.
But the thing about follow-up is that to make it interesting for you, you have to have it at the back of your mind.
Yeah.
When you are starting out to approach a customer, a prospect that will end up being your client or customer, you have to have it at the back of your mind that every human being, before they take a step or before they decide to do a particular thing, they usually have to hear about it or talk about it or discuss about it about 6 or 7 times. Now let's take the normal human analogy.
Right.
A parent with a child, they are giving a child an instruction. There are very few children that you tell them the first time that they grab it. Many times you have to say it over and over and over and over again. Now, the reason why you keep saying it over and over and over and over again is because it is in that child's best interest. Okay. Now, if you have this at the back of your mind in follow-up, that your product, your service, what to offer that client is in that client's interest. Follow-up is no longer boring. You are actually doing a service to that client, because if you stop keeping that client, keeping your service, your product in front of that client, there's a likelihood that that client would forget, and that client won't be able to fulfill the need that they have. So keep it at the back of your mind that you have to keep reminding that client because that client has a need. Now in follow-up, there's a tendency, if the follow-up is on the call, you said, oh, I just called to know. When you're following up, be honest, be straight to the point. Yeah. I'm calling because I want to know what decision you are making about this particular setup. I'm calling because I want to, the sooner you purchase this product, the sooner you solve this problem. Be very, very specific.
I like
and
that.
have and I like that. Don't ever have it at the back of your mind that, oh, this person is not interested. No, keep following up. Some people after 7 times, some people after 20 times. Keep following up. You can follow up via call. You can follow up via emails. You can follow up via in-person visits. This session is not is too short for us to go into when each of those things come in play, but each of those things come in play at different times. Now, the challenge with following up consistently is that sometimes you get demotivated. You get demotivated because of what you hear around you, what you hear in the news, and the vibes you get from the clients. Yeah. Mind you, those vibes I get from the clients are vibes that you may have unconsciously put into that client. So you need to work on yourself to stay motivated.
Wow, okay.
Now, simple ways to stay motivated is that, number one, at the beginning of listening to motivational speeches is good, but it takes you so far. But you have to have it at the back of your mind that to stay motivated, I need to stand out and be unique. If you stand out and you are unique, definitely you will stay motivated, you will keep motivated. Okay. How do you become unique? Sit down and think what are things that other people won't do in the process of trying to help this person make a decision that I can do. So when you think about those things, you take action. For example, you just finished talking to a client. Immediately you're done, send him a text message. That text message may be thanking him for taking out the time out of his busy schedule to talk with you. That text message may be pointing him to some information that will be relevant for a pain or a challenge that he said he had. Okay? That is one way to be unique. Okay, so that's one way to help yourself to stay motivated. 2, identify what are the things that usually, when talking to this client, others don't like doing, that the client sees as a help, or that the client has identified as a need. What are the things that others don't do that I can do? Do those things. Those things make you stand out. Those things keep you motivated. How do they keep you motivated? When you do them and the client hears that, oh, this person actually did this for me, it encourages you, and you are able to keep your head in the game. You're able to stay motivated. You're able to keep going and keep doing what you need to do. Okay? So I've mentioned 2 things. I would have mentioned more, but I noticed that time is short. So I'll stop here.
All right.
But the key in all these 3 things, be it marketing, sales, follow-up, is that you need to stay motivated. And another thing I want to drop here is that many times when it comes to these 3 things, you have slow feet because you are not sure of closing the client. But the truth of the matter is that if in the beginning you have identified the client's need, and you have found a way to match your product to that need, and you realize the cost of not meeting that need for the client, the cost of not meeting that need for you, that would push you, that would serve as an extra motivation to make sure you keep at it, you keep following up till you are able to close that client. When you are closing the client, you're not because you want to meet a sales target. No, you are closing the client because you want to help that client meet that need. You want to serve that client.
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay. Wow. That was some good content there. Thank you so much, Dr. Becky. So you gave us insight into what to help us to follow up, the mindset to have, right, when you're following up. So you're following up not to meet your target. You're following up to make sure that that guy meets his needs, and then your solution solves his issue that he has. You're following up so that you can alleviate his pain. You're following up so that you can get him to his goal. So once you have that at the back of your mind, it's easier to follow up. And when you're following up, be direct and let clients know, prospect know why you're following up with the person. Wow, thank you very much. So we have just about 2 minutes or 1 minute, and the last thing that we've not talked about is the money. So the money bag, the money. Why money and motivation, right? So we talked about marketing, talked about sales, talked about follow-up, talked about motivation, and the last thing is money. So why are we doing this? Is to get the money, to get the bag. Why do we need the money? Someone said, I will not do this. I will not like to be in a room with people that can't help me, because I want to help my family. And obviously, to help my family, I need money to buy the things or do the things I need to help my family. So money is really important. Money might not be important to some people, but it ranks up there with oxygen. So I'd just like to take last comments on this final point on money. So we have about 30 seconds. So yeah, Mr. Mokli has his hand up. Go ahead.
Okay. Actually, I think money is just straightforward. It keeps you motivated.
Okay.
They say it's not as important as it's not everything, but it ranks up there with oxygen.
Yeah.
So once you make money, it's like oxygen. Bible said money answers all things. So I didn't say that. So money is important, right? But I see we have a short time. So I just wanted to say that the follow-up, you can use automation. Automation helps you simplify follow-up. Maybe another time we'll talk about it.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I see the time is almost out.
Yes. Thank you.
So over to you, Stephen.
Yeah. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Dr. Paul. Thank you, Dr. Becky. Thank you, Mr. Mokli. And I believe our listeners have heard good content. And so watch out. Get ready for the next one, which will be episode 4. Thank you very much. And in episode 4, we'll be talking very much on execution. Thank you very much, and have a great day. Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.